Have you ever felt like you overreacted to something and you lashed out and you know you're overreacting, but you still don't calm down? I think we've all been there. It's part of who we are. It's the way we're wired. Your stress response to something triggered by emotional strain or pressure. It's usually brought on by how we're thinking about something. Our reactions of stress cause your nervous system to respond by releasing a flood of stress hormones, including cortisol and adrenaline, getting your body ready for emergency action. You breathe faster. Your heart beats faster. Your senses become sharper. You're getting prepared for flight or fight. And while this would have protected you a long time ago, possibly getting eaten by a tiger, each time you do this, layers on top of the first one, so it's amplified. Have you noticed when you're stressed, you can spiral out of control? One negative thought leads to more negative thinking. Because when something triggers you and you feel stress or negative emotions, your mind goes into your mind and looks for similar emotions. Kind of like going into a drawer, file cabinet, where other negative emotions are stored, and it brings them up. In a stress space, you remember everything bad that ever happened to you, every negative emotion, just as if it's happening all over again. Same is true when you're in a positive state. Your mind has easier access to other positive memories. It compares your emotions to similar emotions, so it can know how big the threat to you is and whether you've encountered it before. And when you're stressed, the more primitive area of your brain becomes active, and it's called the reptilian brain. You become a survival machine. When it's aroused, it errs on the side of overestimating threats and worst-case scenarios to keep you safe. It sees every change in your life as a threat, from a new diet, anger because somebody cut you off. It doesn't know any better. Since you're now in survival mode, you look for comfort and safety in whatever way possible. That's why you reach for comfort foods, something that makes you feel better. When you are in survival mode, calories are good. And if you're arguing with someone, don't try and carry on a conversation or get out of a fight when you're in this state, because you're both likely still in survival mode and not your thinking brain. Wait it out and you'll communicate much better. And that's something to be aware of, because stress can be a good thing, but not when it's over the simple things in life or when it's constant in our life. When you overreact, don't be so tough on yourself. It's part of who we are as humans. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and change and do something about the stress in your life or take the stress out on someone else. There are ways to help with stress. Find some and put them in action. Thanks for listening. And if you want to know more, please hit subscribe and keep watching. Thanks. See you in the next one.